have as much equipment and room and so on and so forth as I did when I was racing. So it's the only thing I'm really missing that I miss is the actual driving.
Right. Well,
the rest of it, what these guys go through week in and week out, especially when their cars break and all that, I don't miss that.
Well, you talk
about the novelty of the racing kind of wore off for me because of all, and it's kind of hard to be married, have a family, or do anything else. A, if you own a house, or B, if you own a race car.
Well, now wait a second here. I know a couple years ago you ran a mini truck at the indoor track in Salem. How'd that go?
Oh, that went fine. Although I felt like I was plowing the field.
Did you?
I'm used to being in things are a little bit faster than that.
Well, I got widescreen over here looking at your Facebook page and doing a little research on you. I want to know something. I want to know this. For a guy as tough as you are, and you got that outlaw reputation, why were your race cars pink?
Well, to be right honest with you, have you ever heard of the Pink Lady, Kenny Hamilton?
Yes.
Okay, well, Kenny was an IndyCar driver. His son, Davey, grew up to be an IndyCar driver and all that. Okay, well, they are locals back where I came from. Okay?
Right. Meridian.
Now, Dad got in to be real good friends with him. And then when we started buying cars and racing, he wanted to kind of be on the same plane as them. And so basically what he wanted to do was paint the cars kind of a lavender color and then call them the Lavender Ladies. Unfortunately, the paint mix he come out basically pink.
Yeah, really pink.
So at the time, my car was owned by him, and so he's the one that kind of had the call as to what color the cars were going to get painted.
So you ended up with a tough guy in a pink car. Now, if you weren't tough before you got in that car, you had to be tough when you got out, huh?
Well, sometimes I like to think that maybe I started this all, tough guys can wear pink movement years ago.
Well, that's actually the word on the street is you were the creator of the tough guys in pink. So you are the official photographer of Willamette Speedway. Actually, you are the say that 3 times fast. Official photographer.
Are you sure it's not? Are you sure it's not the studio that all of us are like having an issue with?
I think
speaking
it's a gas
today?
leak. Seriously, but he is the official photographer of Moxie Media, and you look at the quality photos that get posted. Doc does a phenomenal job. We appreciate everything that you do, Doc, and we wish you were going to Vegas with us. Unfortunately, they won't let you into Vegas.
Well, he's got a restraining order. The state of Nevada.
It's not
the state of Nevada basically
it's not
called
the
us.
City. It's the state. of Nevada.
and said that because he's a card counter, that he's not allowed in there for another 6 months.
Right.
So I mean,
that's just a cover story, man. The whole incident really started down in Paw Rump, Nevada, where those cat houses are.
Well, and on that note,
PG-13.
Yeah, Doc.
No, I mean, you look at Doc's photos, and this is the thing too, is that the quality of his photos is because he enjoys what he does. You can tell that he enjoys what he does because of the quality and the action shots. And I mean, he would lay down on.
But here's the thing: you look at the shots that he gets, okay. And
that's what I'm saying. Is he would lay down on the track to get a sight or or coming out of the corner shot.
Well,
this is when I knew Doc wasn't normal.
You know what?
Go ahead, Doc.
I wouldn't have a problem doing that, but the problem is until I lose a little more weight, it's that son of a gun to get back up very quick.
Hey, we can put you on a sled and have somebody else drive the quad.
So
you can't hardly get anybody else that.
Thank you. I was going to say that.
There with me, they're all scared.
Yeah, and that's true,
right?
That's true. And I was getting ready to say something about that because I like Doc. I love Doc. Great guy. I realized that Doc had just a twins of Dane Bramage when I saw him. That's right.
Your radios didn't screw up. That was just Corey.
Dane Bramage. He's beyond brain damage, okay? This guy here, I watched him as green flags coming out at Willamette, late model feature. I'm introducing the crowd, the drivers of the crowd. They come out of turn 4, and I'm not kidding you guys when I say this. Doc is on the front stretch about, I'll give him credit when I say 2 feet. 2 feet off of the racing surface, snapping pictures of these late models that are coming by him. He can reach out and touch them. And he's standing there taking photos, and that's when I knew that okay, Doc, something ain't right there.
Well, and you look at when Doc sits, Doc's normally hanging out in turn 3 and 4 at Willamette. That's normally his spot. He's got his chair, he's got his quad, it's all set up. When I knew Doc was just a little bit off is when a car went sideways and hit his chair.
And he didn't move.
He didn't move. He didn't flinch. He kept shooting. Then he walked over to the guy and he goes, "You hit my chair, bro."
He did. That's true.
That's the thing that I was talking about.
He broke my chair.
And
He
that's,
broke my chair.
Did he ever buy you a new chair, Doc?
No, I had to buy one.
That's not right.
That's not right.
what driver
You know,
was that? Let's put them on blast for your.
You know how these guys are. These guys, once they get to the racetrack on Saturday night, they ain't got no money left.
That is true. Who was that driver that broke your chair?
That was a modified. It was Justin Ryder. Is that his
Yep.
name?
Oh, from down
Justin
south.
Riker.
Justin Riker.
From down
yeah.
south.
Yeah.
All right, Southern
yeah.
Oregon, Justin Riker.
No.
You owe Doc a $25 chair.
Here's something else about Doc that you guys probably don't know. If Doc ever can't make it in racing or photography, with motorsports, I'm going to tell you right now, the guy has got a bright future as an animal trainer for the circus.
Yes.
Have you seen his dog?
Yes.
Okay,
No.
here's big, tough, burly Doc. Badass Doc shows up at the track, and what does he have for a pet?
Probably a Chihuahua.
No. If it was a Chihuahua,
Pekingese?
No. He's got a little white fluffy poodle.
Shut
No,
up.
listen. But I'm going to tell you
Doc.
something. I'm going to tell you something about what he's done with this dog, and it is the most. It's awesome. I'm not kidding you. This is hilarious. So when I started Moxie, you guys know me here in the studio. Computers. I'm not a big fan of computers. Okay.
We know that.
So-
We heard that this
We did.
this afternoon.
Moxie was started about 3 feet away from where I'm sitting right now.
And then this is I went to Doc's house and I said, "Doc, here's my idea. This is what I want to do. I need your help." And he says, "What do you need help with?" I said, "You got any pictures? Can you post some pictures for me?" Okay. All I had was my phone. Didn't have my laptop back then. Or the one I did have wasn't sufficient enough to do what I wanted to do.
Right.
Doc looks at me like he wants to rip my throat out because I can't post a picture on a Facebook page that I want. He goes through. He says, "Yes, what do you want for a cover photo?" I said, "I want something like this." Clickety-click, click, brings it up. Awesome photo. Bam, puts it up. The very first photo is the group of cars in turns 3 and 4, okay, before the green flag. It's an awesome photo. We get done putting these photos up, and I mean, Doc was a huge player in getting this whole Moxie Media Facebook page started, okay? Huge. After posting these pictures, he goes, "Come here, I want to show you something." We sit down on the couch, and he goes, "Watch this." His dog's name is Buster. Okay?
Poodle
He's got a poodle named Buster. And
It's not a poodle. It's a miniature poodle. Is that the correct breed, Doc? It's a miniature poodle?
Well, only his mother was a poodle. His father was some long-haired kind of hoochie mix or something. So it's not a
He
pure
just say
poodle.
hoochie mix.
he did. What's Buster weigh? About 7-6 pounds?
He weighs about 8.
8. Okay, so
I think he put on some weight.
Doc's sitting on the couch there at his house. I'm sitting in the lazy boy, and when we're talking, he says, "Hey, watch this." And he says, "Buster." And Buster looks at him, just jumps up on the couch and looks at him like he's ready to go. He goes, "Get in your kennel. Get in your kennel." And Buster goes pew, down he bounces off the couch, runs across the front room into the kennel, turns around and looks at Doc. You know what Doc does? Doc looks at him, he points, and he says, "Shut the door." That dog reached out and pulled the door shut in his kennel, and I could not believe it. It is the smartest little dog I've ever seen.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not lying. It is the smartest little dog I've ever seen. What he has done with that dog is crazy. That dog, I swear, it's part human. It understands everything he says.
Oh, dude. During Iron Giant, I met up with Doc in the pit Sunday morning, and I'm like, "Hey, Doc, are you going back to camp?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, he goes, "Well, I'm out of coffee."
Uh-huh.
That's
he
Doc's.
had-
That's
and he
Doc's
had-
revenue right
and he
there.
had-
So we sent Buster back to the trailer to make coffee for him.
He's sitting there. I'm like, "Can I hitch a ride with you on the quad?" "Yeah, sure." So he starts driving back, and he goes, Buster, let's go. Time to run. He literally ran that dog all the way through the pits, through the mud puddles and everything, and the dog took a shortcut back to the trailer and beat us there.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
He's a smart dog, bro.
He
I'm
is
telling
smart.
you.
That's awesome.
So, Doc, you are back at Salem Speedway for the indoor season, right?
That's correct.
And you'll be there every race, huh?
Yeah, always. I plan on it anyway.
Well, and and this is the thing Doc really looks forward to. He loves to take shots at the speedway kart races. He loves speedway karts.
So, with that said, how was your first weekend there?
Oh, it was flat carts and motorcycles.
Speedway karts, Doc.
Yeah, speedway karts.
This is why I
You
said.
want me to tell them about the? Would you like me to tell them about the T-shirt I'm going to have made?
I saw the one you posted, and it's a complete lie.
What's it say?
It says my name, and it says hates flat carts.
Does it really? That's
Yeah.
awesome. and you know that they are not called flat carts. They are called speedway
Don't
carts.
tell him that. He won't listen to you.
Yeah, he has to because
I won't listen to you.
Listen, I've been racing.
I told Corey I will wear that shirt on flat cart race days at Salem Indoor.
Well, they don't have flat cart race days. They have speedway cart days.
You know why Doc likes the speedway cart so much? I've been talking to him. He goes, man, he goes, I can't wait to get the track. He goes, I love those speedway carts. He goes, they're racing. He goes, it's just like late models, man. He goes, these guys are side by side. You guys are bumper to bumper. He goes, you're driving it in 3 wide on the throttle. He goes, and I love the smoke that comes out of them two-stroke engines.
Yeah, that's right. No,
He hates speedway racing at Salem Speedway. He does not like us. He hates us.
I've been racing speedway carts since I've been 6 years old, and I've never, ever heard them called flat carts except for
Until the last 6, 7, 8 years.
yeah, and it's been like 3 people.
Well, it's because you got these little sprint cars.
Yeah.
I've never heard them called speedway carts until I got to Oregon.
Well,
That's just because they're cool up here.
Doc's from Idaho, guys.
Well,
Gotta give a little break here.
There's a lot of potatoes.
No, now let's get it right. I stopped over in Idaho for a few years, but I'm not from there.
How long were you in Idaho, Doc?
Oh, about 29 years.
Okay. Okay.
But hang on.
Just hold on.
When you're talking Doc, 29 years is a short time.
You just basically stopped to pee.
Yeah, I was in I come from Kansas, and that's where I was born.
You should have stuck with the
stopped
Idaho.
along the way. A few places before I got here. I can't go much further because I'm only an hour away from the ocean, but hell, I've already been across it already, too.
That's true, because now this is something a lot of people don't know about. Doc did
29 years.
Doc did serve in 2 different branches of the military. And, Doc, let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, before you do get into that, myself and everybody here, Doc, wants to sit there and say thank you so very much for your time and service. Now, with that said, now you can go.
Oh, no problem.
He does it.
Now, when I went on an 8-month overseas deployment, we were on an aircraft carrier for 4 months. We were out off the coast of Oman and Iran during that Lebanon conflict. And I sat down and tallied up one time how far I traveled in that 8 months, and it come up to about 33,000 miles.
That's a little bit of traveling.
Holy chingas.
Now, you were working on the airplanes, right? The jets?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's when you were in the Air Force.
No.
No, see, I was
in the Marine Corps.
See, that's what I meant to say.
Our aircraft we were the reconnaissance for the Midway Battle Group when we were out there in the Indian Ocean. So the Navy did not have any recon planes, and so we were doing it with ours.
Now, anybody, I was trying to make a joke there, Doc, and you shut me down real quick. Anybody that has ever seen your Facebook page knows that you are 100% Marine.
Well,
I am.
I know you are.
Well, hold on. He's incognito Marine because he does have the long hair.
Nope, you know the rule. Once a Marine, always a Marine. That's the way it goes.
That's
Semper
right.
Fi till you die.
Hoorah!
Yeah, I might not be as lean, but I'm still just as mean, probably more so.